See, introing. Hey guys, I'm Dr. Max.
And I'm Pep. Welcome to tonight's Dr. Max and Pep episode, our TV show. Want to welcome you, all the viewers tonight. As you know, we're all about senior health and fun, quality of life. When we say senior, we mean anyone over 18. No, just kidding. Really, we're talking about, with our new product, we're talking about anyone 30 years of age and over who are looking for improved quality of life as far as their health is concerned. And on those lines, what we're going to talk about tonight is 4 elements of a healthy life, right,
Yes,
Max?
sir. Yes.
So, Dr. Max, take it away.
Very good. So we get started, folks. 4 elements of a healthy life. So some of the studies out there have shown that as far as longevity is concerned, our lifespan, only about 25% of everything that we are has to do with genetics. So you hear people talk about, well, you know what? My grandmother lived to be 101, or my dad is 89 and I'm still going. Well, that's only about 25% of the factor that's involved in longevity. So there's a lot more to it than that. 75% of the length of our years, the life that we live, is really up to the way we live. So the way we eat, our emotional components, our emotional health, and a lot of other factors, right? The way we think, our attitudes, especially our community and our friendships, right? So your attitude has a lot to do with your blood pressure, has a lot to do with the types of food choices you make. Many of your habits revolve around these things, right? So basically, if you have a life with meaning and purpose, you're much more likely to be healthy, right? I mean, that just makes sense. Have a better attitude, you don't go crazy and freak out with the traumas of life. You try to stay focused on the good things in life, right? So having home and someone that you love in your community obviously is a true blessing. So with that introduction, what I want to do is talk about the 4 components. So the 4 components are listed right here on the board. So the 4 aspects of a person, of a healthy life, basically. The first one is the physical component. So in that category, of course, when you think about the physical body, we've got things like diet and exercise, drinking a lot of fluids, staying hydrated, putting nutritional, good quality nutritional products into your body that help to do what? Slow the aging process, help to keep you healthier, help improve the blood flow in the body, which is so vital to carry nutrients and keep you younger. So all of that is part of the physical, right? So with that, there's a lot of things we can talk about the physical. I want to just cut that down. We keep these videos kind of short. I'm going to introduce my man Pep here to talk about the financial component. Here we go.
Awesome. So my component's real easy. It's financial, and we can all relate to that because the reality is as you know, 75 to 80% of people that so 8 out of 10 of the people walking around are living paycheck to paycheck. And that creates stress in their life because when you get a paycheck on a Thursday and it's spent on Saturday morning, that creates stress because you do want to provide for quality of life for your family, right, guys? So financial is very, very important. I hear many times people our age or older say, I can't do this or I can't do that because we're on a fixed income. And I say that's baloney, man. That's bull because that's up to what you've done up to this point. Let me just talk about this real quick. This is your timeline. I'm sure you'll be able to see this. This is your timeline here. There are 2 important dates on this timeline. One here is when you're born, and over here is when the other one, right? This is when you're born, this is the other one. So somewhere along this timeline is where you are. So let's say you're somewhere over here, right? Well, from here back is the past. So here, guess what? That doesn't matter. Hopefully you've learned from your mistakes. Any opportunities you may have missed, you feel like you have missed, hopefully again you learned, but it doesn't have anything to do with moving forward. So whether you've had a not so great past or a fantastic past, it really doesn't matter from today moving forward because you still have goals that you haven't reached yet. I mean, some of us have goals from our 20s and 30s that we haven't reached yet. And that's okay because that is what keeps you striving, achieving, becoming more. So that's really what I'm kind of talking about is financial because here's an interesting stat. Until 99.7%, you hear what I'm saying? 99.7% of Warren Buffett's wealth was earned after age 53. So he's been investing in stocks and businesses and so forth since he was 11 years old.
Wow, that's crazy.
And almost 100% of his wealth was created after age 53. So I don't care how old you are, I don't care what excuse you think you have. That's nonsense, okay? And the financial vehicle that we're promoting, which is absolutely exploding around the country, is the HGH gel, because you can get started for a few $100 and get your investment back within a week and create a residual passive income on a weekly basis. If you'll message us at drmaxandpep.com, go on drmaxandpep.com, check it out. There is a financial vehicle that will not only improve the way you look, feel, and perform, years younger, but also most people want to look, want to feel, want to perform younger, and we have a financial vehicle that will help you do that. So go ahead, Max, take the next one.
Beautiful. That's great.
So that's physical, and that's financial. Next thing we're going to talk about is emotional.
Emotional and spiritual. And Pep had a great comment, reminded me of one thing about excuses, right? So you can either make money or you can make excuses, but you can't do both at the same time. I love that one. I learned that one years ago. It applies also to happiness. You can be happy or you can make excuses, but you just can't do both at the same time. So we want you to want the best for you. We know, we've learned over the years, it's all 97% is about attitude. So yes, everybody has a down day, but it's our choice. How are we gonna, what are we gonna do? And that leads actually very nicely into the emotional component, right? So basically what I want to talk about in the emotional component is friends, family, and community. So I know that when the traumas of life come along, it's very tempting to just kind of crawl into a hole, And some of you guys have gone through unthinkable things, the loss of a child, the loss of a parent, loss of a loved one, whatever. Very, very difficult things, all right? But the good news is there's life beyond all that. The way we see it, Pep and I see it, is we're breathing, then there's a reason why we're breathing. If we're here, then there's something more for us to accomplish, right? And the mind is an incredible thing. I mean, there are people who've gotten, college educations into their 70s and 80s. I personally know people right now that are going to college with people that are in their 70s, 80s. So really, it's all about a choice. You have a choice, right? The mind can conceive pretty much anything, the mind can pretty much create anything. So it's all about attitude and what you're looking to accomplish. So friends, very important. I know, and I do know people that, hey, you know what? I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to have friends because they don't want to get hurt or whatever. Hey, nothing ventured, nothing gained. How wonderful is it to have people in the community that you can talk to, whether it be church or volunteer? There's people out there that are professionals in a very, very stressful job, but guess what? They'll go to a soup kitchen or they'll help at a charity event or whatever. But it gets you around people. It gets you, meeting people. So we feel life is about, two big things: your purpose, higher purpose, whatever it is you believe in, and of course serving mankind. Those are the two big things that give you purpose, right? So stress relief, very important, guys. Obviously, those of us who live to 50 and beyond, we know we've had the traumas, we've had the things happen in our life, and we have a choice. You can crawl into a hole, get all depressed, or you can say, you know what? It's in the past. I'm moving on, like Pep was saying. I love that. That's fantastic, right? So it doesn't really matter what happened before. It's your choice from this point forward, right? And then finally, spiritual. Whatever it is that you believe in, you may have faith, you may not have faith. You may be an atheist, an agnostic. You may believe in Almighty God. You may believe in Jesus. You may have a strong personal faith. And whatever that is, whatever drives you, it's very important, because so much of our components, some people have said that we're actually spiritual beings living in a human body, in a human reality. So that's fascinating when you really think about that, how complicated and how complex human life really is. And so that's why we believe every day is precious, every day is special. You don't know what's around the corner. You might as well live to the fullest now, right? You might as well, love God or whatever it is that you believe in. If you're a nature person, whatever it is, that's fine. And then also love mankind and help mankind wherever you can. It could be financially, but it could also be whatever you can do to help, But what it does, it provides purpose. We don't do it to show off or anything like that. We do it because of the way it makes us feel that we're helping another person. So, folks, this is fantastic. I don't know how you want to wrap it up.
No, you're going to wrap it up with the verse. So basically, the four components that you want to think about, like, what are you doing to improve physically your health? What are you doing to improve your financial health? Yes, you can do something with a very limited amount of time. What are you doing to improve your relationships, emotional? What are you doing to improve your spiritual life? Okay, all of these factors come together every day, you know, and some of them create stress. And the reality is that every single one of these areas can be improved if you improve one area. And that, you know, people don't like talking about money. The reality is, if you improve how much money you make, which of these areas would you improve? And the answer is all of them. Okay, that's the truth. Because then you can give more. How does it make you feel when you're able to give and help? It makes you feel awesome. So drmaxandpep.com is our webpage. Go on Facebook, like and share our Facebook page, facebook.com/Dr. Max and Pep.
Dr. Max and Pep, right.
And that's really the 4 aspects of a healthy life. And Max did an outstanding job. What else you got, Max?
Thank you. So finally, and we all know King Solomon, you know, it's reported by many to be the wisest man that ever lived. And he said that basically some of the greatest achievements of mankind that we have is to enjoy good food and drink, basically, and the fruits of our labor, right? So the feeling of accomplishment. So folks, fantastic to be able to enjoy our food, enjoy our drink, laugh and love and live with the family and have a great time, but enjoy the benefits of our labor. And so it ties in perfectly with this. We want to have, I know many of you want to leave a legacy for your family. I don't care if you're 68. I don't care if you're 70. It doesn't really matter. It's what's in your mind is still functioning. You're still able to do things. Hey, we're here to help you.
Yeah. It's like, what goal are you working towards? What goal wakes you up in the morning and gets you excited about getting out of bed? If you don't have one, you need to grab one. You need to think about it, and in each area here, each of these 4 areas, and go after it, because you can achieve it. You know, we don't know how long. Maybe you're going to live to be 130. What are you going to do for the next 50, 60 years? I mean, think about it. You don't know. The reality is you don't know. Mm-hmm. So why not go after it? Stop hanging around the house. Stop feeling sorry for yourself and get off the couch and do something. The first thing we want you to do is connect with us about the incredible opportunity with the gel business that you can do from your phone. All right?
Exactly. And let's wrap it up with this. This has been attributed to Les Brown, but it isn't really Les Brown's, and if I remember the author one day, I'll give him credit. But if you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, when all that you dream and you scheme is about it and life seems useless and worthless without it. If you'd rather sweat for it and fret for it and work for it, give up all terror of the opposition for it. If neither cold, poverty, famish, or gaunt, sickness or pain of body or brain will keep you away from that thing that you want. If dogged and grim you besiege and beset it, with the help of Almighty God, you will get it, brother.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Have a great one.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about.